Welcome to another episode of the Live Your Yes Life podcast. Each week, we bring you channeled thoughts, discussion, and interviews on what it takes to go from dreaming and wishing to actively living your yes life. My name is Lisa. I'm one of the co-founders here at Rise Leadership Circle, and today I have a short and sweet episode for you all about manifesting without even trying. So you guys, I'm going to keep this short because I am literally about to close my computer and hop in my car. We're headed out on a 2-week road trip. So by the time you are listening to this, I think we might just be returning back from that trip. Kaela and I will be traveling for a couple of weeks. We'll be in Savannah and Memphis. We have a retreat coming up, and I'm sure we'll be telling you more about it in future episodes of the podcast. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and catch some of the behind the scenes of some of the fun things that we do. Okay, so first off, I want to tell you my inspiration for this episode of manifesting without really trying. I had a poll on my Instagram stories a couple of days ago, and I asked my followers, do you actively manifest? Do you have an active manifestation practice in your life? And about 50 of the people that responded said yes, and the other 50% said, I don't really know if I'm doing it right. So I can tell there's a bit of confusion about it, and I think sometimes where we get tripped up is that we feel like in order to manifest, we have to have this formal practice. We've got to sit in a 20-minute meditation, and we have to visualize and have a vision board and do all the things. And I think sometimes there's a bit of fear around, I think I'm not doing it right, or I feel like I'm messing it up. And so I do think it's great to have a formal manifestation practice, to really have some specific things that you do. I think everyone does it a little bit differently. There isn't any perfect way to manifest what you want to create in your life. But I do think that we're always manifesting, right? Manifestation is really about having an intentional relationship with what you want to create in your life, thereby opening up the vibrational channel for it to come into fruition. So rather than just focus on the action steps and the doing and the creating, you're also working with the energy. You're co-creating with the universe. You are really using all of your power instead of just 50%. I really feel like it's 50% of our power is in the action and the doing. It's probably even more like 80-20. 80% is vibrational, it's spiritual. And so if you feel like you're a little bit confused about how to manifest, I want to invite you to just consider this. You can do it without even trying. And I'm just going to tell you a story to explain what I'm sharing with you today. So a couple of years ago, Kaela and I were on vacation with her stepmom, who happens to be one of my really great friends. And the three of us had a girls' getaway. We flew to San Diego for the weekend. And we just got to the airport. We were flying home. And the airport in San Diego was so busy. It was just, must have been the optimal flight times. It was really busy. And so as we were walking in, we realized oh my gosh, the line is so long. We kind of had just enough time to get to our flight. And we paused for a minute. The three of us kind of stood in the doorway, and we were just pondering, should we get in this really long line and check our bags? Should we walk back out to the curbside check-in, which also had a long line? Maybe that would be shorter. Do we try to find a kiosk? What do we do? And this probably was a matter of about 20 seconds, 30 seconds as the three of us just stood there for a moment and just okay, we're looking around what's the fastest path to checking in our bags and making our flight. While we were standing there, there's a man way down at the far end of the airport who works at the airport. And he looks at us and he locks eyes with me, and he starts walking over really, really fast. He's walking at a brisk pace. And he gets to us and he says, ladies, do you need to check your bags? And we said, yes. He's follow me. And he proceeds to walk us back out to the curbside check-in, cuts in front of the really long line that was there, parks us right at the front of the desk and says to the gentleman checking bags, and please take them next. And then he walked away as we're yelling, thank you. Just kind of stunned, we were laughing. We're how did we manifest that? What did we do? And here's the thing, he was tuned into our frequency, right? It was the three of us were in the space of thinking, okay, what do we do? He locked eyes. He was available. He was picking up what we were putting out, so to speak. And he just knew, took care of it, walked away, got on to the next thing. And that's such a fun example of how we manifest, right? It's much like if you want to listen to your favorite radio station, then you're going to get in your car or wherever, Spotify, whatever it is, you're going to click on the station that plays the music that you like. If you go to that particular frequency, you're going to get what it is that you want to have. Manifestation works the same way. So when you align yourself, when you focus on how you want to feel, when you focus on the particular frequency of whatever it is that you're wanting to manifest, you're going to pull that to you so much faster. Another way to think about this is, have you ever, let's just say, been in the market for a new car and you noticed that it was a car you thought was nobody around here really has this car, or you haven't really seen too many of them. And then once you decide that's a car you want, you start to see them everywhere. Well, it's not that they weren't there before. It's just that you tuned into the frequency and now you're really aware how much it is around you. So it works the same way. So find a way to intentionally tune in to what it is that you're wanting to create in your life. Find a way to have positive thoughts about it. So just for a quick example, if you were going to manifest more money in your life, if you're like, the thing I really want is I want more money, I want to increase my wealth, yet you don't have a specific manifestation practice around it, something simple you could do in the everyday is to start having a positive relationship with your money. Simply start to do things like, maybe you open up your bank account and you give gratitude, or when you pay your bills, you light a candle, you give thanks. When you receive money, you're in a space of gratitude. You clean out your wallet, or, you just do specific things around money that help you have a great relationship with money. And maybe that's not actively focusing and visualizing on whatever the amount is that you're wanting to come to you, but it is a way in your daily action that you're actually tuning into that frequency. You're tuning into the radio station of more. So I'm going to leave it here for today. This is a short and sweet and simple episode for you to start manifesting without even trying. All you have to do is ask yourself, okay, what would just tuning into the frequency of what I want look like? And how could I bring that into my everyday? I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. As always, please be sure to like and share and subscribe so you never miss a beat. Okay, there's one more thing, you guys, that I do want to tell you before I go today. We are doing something really special. So if you've been following for a while, you'll have noticed we gave our podcast a new name. It is now the Live Your Yes Life podcast. And we created a brand new free community to go along with this podcast. It's called the Live Your Yes Life Facebook group. And over inside of this group, you're going to get to receive exclusive trainings from Kaela and I. You're going to be in the know on every single thing that we drop. And right now, we are doing something really cool. Okay, so here's what you're going to do. You're going to click the link below this video and join the Live Your Yes Life Facebook group. Once you join the group, what you're going to do is you will make a post sharing what your yes life looks like and how you would use the $1,000 that we will be giving away to one person who takes part in the giveaway. So step 1, join the group. Step 2, make a post. Tell us what your dream would look like and how you would use the $1,000. Then the last thing you're going to do is you're going to circle back and comment on 10 others' posts who are also applying for the giveaway so you can celebrate them as well. We get to be in the energy of yes and supporting each other and building this beautiful community. And then on November 22nd, we will choose the winner and send them $1,000. So if you would love to join us over inside the group, if you want to play for the 1K, we would love to see you there. Thanks so much for tuning in today, and I will see you next week.